Hey friends, it's Pastor Fieberkorn here with you on January the 9th, 2024 with Tuesdays with Marty. Hey, Daily Devos are back. Hope you enjoyed your Advent devotional time during the month of December. We're in a new year. Last week we had a short week. I was out with a minor medical procedure. Vicky was sick, so we're just getting going back this really first full week of January that we're in the office. So I have a confession to make. It's not actually Tuesday, January 9th. While you're watching this, I'll be teaching a class this week at the seminary, 1 week intensive class. And so I'm recording these devotions in advance. And my only regret is I don't know whether I'm supposed to be celebrating this morning because Michigan won, or if I'm devastated that they lost the national championship. So by the time you watch this devotion, you're going to know that. And I just want you to know that if they lost, please pray for my emotional support, that I can be strengthened through this difficult time to be able to instruct these fine young minds at the seminary. All right, let's get this going. Luther said, as you see on the screen, and this is in the meaning of the first commandment in the large catechism. But if you've never read the large catechism, do it. It's time. Many Lutherans have been instructed in the small catechism, whether during their own confirmation or a new member class. Luther said, that's just child's play. That's the basics. You need to move on and grow. And he wrote the large catechism for that purpose. Yes, the large catechism is in the Lutheran confessions, but it's not that difficult to access or understand. It will build on your understanding of the six chief parts. Remember, the first commandment, the meaning is we are to fear, love, and trust in God above all things, right? So the large catechism expands on that. There's this famous quote from Luther. Here it is. We're finally to it. Whatever your heart clings to and confides in, that is really your God. Whatever your heart clings to and confides in. In other words, whatever you're trusting in is really your God. If you trust in how much money is in your bank account, that's your God, right? If you trust in what other people think about you and your reputation, that's your God. If you spend all your time doing whatever, that might be your God. All right. And we need to reorient our priorities, reorganize our thinking so that in our life, God is first. We're placing our faith and trust in Him alone. And that means everything else in the world could be taken away from us, and we would still have our identity and our worth as a child of God. We would still be trusting in Him for eternal salvation, which is far more than anything we might possess or hold in our hands in this earthly life. And this is difficult because it goes to the core of our heart and asks us to say, hey, not whether you're a good person, not whether you're serving other people, et cetera, but what are you trusting in? What do you cling to when time? Who do you turn to when times get tough? And of course, then Luther would go on to say later on that money or mammon is the most common idol in all the earth because it's so easy to trust in. How do we let our hearts free from the security of money and put our faith and trust in God? It's difficult because we have bills that need to be paid. And we think if all of our money was taken away, then what would we have? And so it's a scary thing. It's something we worry about. And it's a lifelong battle, to tell you the truth. It's not something you can just flip a switch. It's something that you struggle with your entire life. But if we remember Luther's words and we repeat them day by day, it can help us loosen that grip that false gods have on our hearts so that we're freed to trust in God alone and what He's done for us. And then, of course, free to serve our neighbor in love. All right. Well, win or lose, go blue. I'm not a fair weather fan. Faithful to my teams. And anyway, Michigan Wolverine football should not be my God. The Lord Jesus Christ is. So with that in mind, I'll have an okay day either way. God's peace to you and have a good one yourself.